What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Out of the Basement. I'm Nate, and today we've got a new figure review for you. We're taking a look at Friday the 13th, Part 5, The New Beginning, Roy Burns. This is from NECA Toys. This is a little bit of a bittersweet review, because as most of you are aware by now, this is the last Ultimate NECA Friday the 13th figure for a while. Of course, the lawsuit has finally gotten to NECA, and we will get the figure of Pamela, the Lady in the Lake zombified version, a little bit later in the year. But yeah, this is the last Ultimate. But I gotta say, NECA went out with a bang. So let's not waste a lot of time here. This is, of course, the packaging with the wonderful VHS art of the hockey mask that, of course, came with the Dream Sequence Part 5 Jason. And of course it features the Ultimate window box. You can see the figure right there looking really awesome. A nice shot of Roy on the side here. On the back, some different pictures of the actual figure. A little description of the movie as well, and you can see he includes a spike, cleaver, flare, knife, hedge trimmers, machete, spear, a garrote, and removable mask. On the bottom, the people responsible for the figure right here. The top, there you go. And let's waste no more time. Let's get this figure open. We're going to take a look at the accessories, and then we're going to take a look at the figure itself. And for those curious, here is the background piece that Roy comes with. Not too terribly exciting, just a little bit of a broken fence, some trees, and a little bit of rain. Kind of hard to see on camera, but yeah, not one of the more exciting ones. First up is the spike, which you don't actually see Jason kill anyone with in the movie, or I should say Roy, but you do see the result with this spike, and it's, you know, it's a railroad spike looking thing. Some nice gray plastic, nothing too crazy to go on about. We of course have a nice machete here, which the blood is kind of dark and brown on this one here. It kind of just looks like they smeared some chocolate on there, like in the movie.
Want a chocolate bar? Here, you want it? I'll give you half, but I need half for later. Piss off.
Otherwise, though, it looks really good. Of course, the machetes always come out nice and clean. Nice clean silver paint apps on the handle, and the silver has a nice sheen to it as well. But yeah, the blood, it's a little weird. We've also got a hunting knife right here that looks great. The blood looks much better on this blade. Of course, that same silver metallic paint from the machete, and the wood handle has nice sculpted details in there. It even has some good wash over it, so it actually looks like some real wood. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's definitely there and you can feel it. It's really nice. There's also a meat cleaver here, which again looks really good, and the blood does look pretty good on this one as well. It's not that weird brown that's on the machete. Don't know why it's just the machete, but again, clean paint apps, nice sculpted details. And one of the cooler accessories that comes with is a flare with this wonderful sculpted detail on the flare to make it look like it is ignited. You can see bits of red paint mixed in with a like gray smoky color, and the sculpted detail just looks really awesome. I think that turned out really nice. It comes with this giant spear that is just a long piece of silver plastic. Looks nice though. It's like a darker silver, but it still has a nice sheen to it as well, and it is pretty long, so that is dope. He also comes with an alternate gripping hand, which looks really good. Nice sculpted details in there. The veins and everything look really nice. The fingers, the skin tone, everything. This is a solid hand here from NECA, of course. Okay, and the garrote comes in two pieces. Of course, this is the branch that it gets twisted with, and you know, it's just kind of like this in the movie. And then the head is somewhere around here, and branch goes twisty and head goes poppy. But this looks pretty good. It's really neat that they pretty much included, actually I'm almost certain they included every single thing that Roy uses to kill someone with as an accessory in this set, and it is just wonderful. They didn't have to include this, but they did, and the wood looks nice. It looks like a nice stick there, and I love the additional little metal pieces right here, and how it kind of, the tree branches sort of block where you need to go. That's a really awesome accessory. If only we had some counselors to kill. NECA. And then last but not least, my favorite accessory, and that is the hedge clippers here, which are articulated. That is so awesome. What a nice touch. The blood looks really good on them. The handles have nice wood detailing as well. The silver paint on the blades is nice and sort of a middle ground of the high gloss of the machete and the spear. And man, these just turned out great. This is definitely going to be my weapon of choice when posing Roy for my Jason lineup. And also, this makes me want to get a Cropsy figure from The Burning. If you guys have seen that movie, how awesome would it be if NECA made a Cropsy figure? So that is all the accessories. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. Alright, and here is Roy out of the packaging, and he looks fantastic. Look at the amazing details from afar. Of course, we're going to take a closer look at the figure. He does have some issues. I don't know if I just got a bad one or not, but we'll talk about the unmasked head when we get there. But just a quick look at the figure as I turn it around here, and boy oh boy, this thing is loaded up with details. Of course, he is on the Halloween 2018 Michael body. You can tell it looks very similar. I would show a straight up comparison to the 2018 Michael, but I actually got rid of that figure because I don't like that movie, and the upcoming Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2 Michael is going to be one of my definitive Michaels. Of course, I also have the Mezco. But anyways, so that means he's got double jointed elbows. How awesome does that sound? Well, I'll show you, folks. So let's go ahead, get this out of his hand, and we're going to take a closer look. You can see his mask has a nice dirt wash, giving it a nice dirty, rugged look. And of course, the iconic Roy blue lines, which mine actually look mildly uneven. Mildly, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. But of course, Roy, the imposter, has the blue check marks on his face, or whatever you want to call them. I always just call them check marks. The actual mask has really nice, really small detailing there all across the strap with those little silver lines, and that just looks so good. That is such a nice little detail there that they did not have to do, but just gives it that nice little extra bump in quality. Moving down, looking at the figure, the jumpsuit is green. It looks pretty blue when you don't have harsh lighting on it, but when I have it in this harsh review lighting, I can definitely tell that the suit looks very green to me. And I know some people are, you know, there's a debate whether the suit is blue or green. And I think either way, it's such a dark color that by the time you put them up on a shelf somewhere, you're not even going to really be able to tell if it's blue or green. But like I said, I thought it was blue, but it looks green to me right here. So what do you guys think? And of course, he does have the battle damage slash on the stomach, which again, I know some people were a little upset about that. But I think it looks pretty good, and it's really a minor detail that could be easily covered up by just him holding a weapon over there or something like that. Or I would assume you can pop this head off, put it on the 2018 Michael body, and then you wouldn't have a battle damaged look for Roy. But of course his collar would be popped up then. So, you know, you got to kind of pick your battles there. Moving down again, just some more plain green jumpsuit. The shoes also have some nice detail there. Some nice brown black paint going on. The silver on the laces looks really nice, and the sculpted detail is also really good. So let's talk about the unmasked head. I don't know. It looks pretty good, but at the same time, I don't know if I like how dark around the eyes it is. You can see his teeth kind of poking through. It kind of makes him look a little weird. I honestly think he looks a lot better on camera than he does in person. He honestly, with this harsh lighting, doesn't look so bad, but I don't know, the head just kind of looks goofy to me. It looks a little weird. That's just really a minor complaint, and you can see that the hood is also really nice detail. I like that it's a different skin tone, like from the neck and from the face. I was kind of annoyed at first, but then I was like, oh yeah, he is kind of wearing a hood. So it's a nice little bit of extra detail where it actually looks like he's wearing, you know, a cosplay hood, which is pretty much what he's wearing. So yeah, I think that actually turned out really nice, and that really makes the effect look convincing as the imposter Jason that Roy is. Oh, and actually the inside of the mask is blue. That's kind of weird. That is a little unique. The mask is blue underneath, and then they painted this the beige color. That is interesting. So that's really like a blue undertone going on there. I don't know what you would call that, but very interesting. That is kind of caught me off guard there. So let's take a look at the articulation. You can see here his head is just on a normal peg, so it can look up and look down pretty well. He does have some nice side to side as well, so you can definitely get some personality out of him. Looks like this side more than that side. The arms do come up and you get full rotation. Like I said, double jointed elbows. Ooh, they work so well. You get just, look at that. A little bit over 90 there. That is nice. This is the only Jason figure to actually have double jointed elbows, which is awesome. I wish we could have gotten double jointed elbows on some other Jasons, but if it's got to be Roy, so be it. Of course, there is a swivel right there, and there is a swivel right here. It's kind of hard to get it going. The hand is on a peg too, and it moves up and down, and you can kind of see in here. Let me see if I can get a shot of it. No, it's probably going to be too dark. Looks like my peg is a little split on the inside, and that happened to me with my 2018 Michael as well. So it looks like that problem might still be persisting with this body mold, so be careful when you're swapping out this hand, because you can pull half of the peg out on accident. I know I did it with my Michael in the past. Of course, his legs can kick out. This leg seems kind of stiff, so actually, oh no, here we go. We're pinching it now. Alright, so this is a nice soft piece like it always is, so boom, look at that. Roy can kick out pretty far. Single jointed knees that work alright, and the joint is actually hidden in the front there, so again, some pretty awesome engineering from NECA there. The legs do move out as well. There you go. You can do the Jason splits, make him Kung Fu Jason if you so choose. And the feet can actually go down pretty far, can go up just a little bit, and he does have ankle pivot, although it is stiff. So overall, the figure is pretty basic, but it is the accurate design of Roy. So now we're going to do a little bit of comparison here with some other Jasons and some other figures in general. First up, we have the Mezco Hellboy, that is the Ron Perlman Hellboy, and we have the Mezco 112 Collective Michael Myers from Halloween 1978. Then we have Chucky and Tiffany from NECA. We have Reboot Jason with the bag head on, and then we also have the NECA Freddy vs. Jason as well. And you can see how Freddy vs. Jason towers over Roy, as he should, being as Roy is just a regular old human. And then we have the NECA Part 3 Jason, and then we also have the McFarlane Uber Jason. And finally, we have the Black Series 40th Anniversary Darth Vader and the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger from Hasbro's Lightning Collection. So overall, if this is the last Jason figure that we are getting for a while, I'd say that NECA is going out with a bang. The additional articulation, mixed with the accessories he includes, makes this a really awesome offering for any fan of Friday the 13th. I believe this is a must-have. Whether you like 5 a lot or you're someone like me who just thinks 5 is alright, Roy is, of course, one of the most iconic Jasons, nonetheless, and one of the most interesting moments in the franchise. The paint apps and sculpted detail on this figure are fantastic, and I think he's going to look great standing next to all of his Jason brethren on the shelf. So, of course, if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about action figures, movies, and Blu-rays. Also, check out our action figure podcast called Figure It Out. I will leave a link to the playlist in the description. You guys are definitely going to want to check that out. Justin and I will be ranking all of the Ultimate Jason figures to see which one truly is the best. You guys aren't going to want to miss that episode. It was a lot of fun to make. So, of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Nate, and I will see you guys next time on Out of the Basement.